Good morning, good afternoon, traders. Welcome, everyone. Hope the sound is okay. Just starting the usual pre-market session. Hi, Mersan. Nice to see you. Yeah, just a second, traders. Okay. Very happy today, at least not to the green side. Okay. Screen sharing, and we can start. All right, so welcome everyone in the 44 trading room. Very happy to see you here. And actually, the market, as you can see, in a second, hopefully, yes, screen share is working. Is just making a very, very nice move indeed to the downside. In this case, it's just to the downside. Reason for that, I think it's, as I've told you, first of all, I was a bit worried about the low volume in the green candles in the recent days. So in the last 3-4 days, it was a nice move to the upside. Yesterday, it was not the best though. It was kind of a very low volume day again, and a very small range day. It indicated a possible reversal already. It's a very small doji, as you can see. I have to zoom in because I cannot see this daily candle on the SPY. Look at that. It's so tiny. It's really such a low range candle that you must just zoom in to the daily chart on the SPY to see whether happened any trading yesterday. It did happen actually. And I would say not my best trade because I ended up in red, or so the morning for the morning I was red, for the afternoon I was green, and the overall market, as you can see, is just ended a tiny little doji, and today it's starting with a 0.37 lower on the SPY. Triple Q, it's on the lows as well. It's even much more red, and it's 0.60% lower. Also, the apple is still clings to the greens. Very small green, but at least it's a green. And the big losers are on the tech stocks. On the side of the tech stocks, it's Nvidia, AMD 1.2%, 1.3% lower. So the semicons are not doing too much good for the start in the pre-market indeed. Let's see what else. It's slumping. Google 1%, Amazon 1%. Microsoft is, let's call it as, is the strongest next to the Apple, because Microsoft had some AI news that they will invest like a $3 billion in Wisconsin. So this sounds like a promising fact for the stockholders. So only in Microsoft, which is red, but just slightly red, 0.16%. So I'm going to keep an eye on the Microsoft for today. Overall, the market, as you can see, I mean, not just the market, but the triple Q, the technological stock is down as well. Also, the Dow Jones, it's into the red. And of course, what I'm always watching is the 10 years, which they did a really good job to the downside in the recent days, but it stopped. Actually, not just stopped, but they are back to near to this 450 level, and 49.4 is the level at the moment on the 10 years, and quite of a strong day for the 10 years treasuries. And actually, please don't forget that today, again, it's not going to be a huge day regarding the economic news side again, but at 1 o'clock, there will be the 10 years bond auction, which usually it's moving the market. So please be very careful around 1 o'clock, because this 10-year bond auction can definitely make a little turbulence on the market. Hi, Vincent. Good morning to you. Nice to see you, and welcome, everyone. We just joined the 44 trading room. I'm just speaking about the economic news and events at the moment, which is not too many. Again, as I've told you, this is quite of a really last week regarding the economic news. And as I see, we will still have some interesting news, and especially not news, but speakers coming. Jefferson, FOMC member Jefferson speaks at 11 a.m. Before that, we will get 10:30 the crude oil inventories, and 10 o'clock, which I'm not sure it's going to have a huge impact on the market, but the final wholesale inventories monthly data is going to be released. And later on, the last FOMC member speaker going to be Cook. FOMC member Cook speaks, and he's going to speak at 1:30, so almost around the end of the lunchtime. So until this 1:30, there will be some move on the market, I would say, and we are starting with an impressive down move, especially on the triple Q. Let's see if it's going to be continued. So not a huge trigger on the economic side indeed, but I cannot tell this about the world economy side. And there are two things which just having a little problem or concerning me, and especially regarding the US, because between the US and China, as you know, the trade talks are still going on, and now unfortunately the tensions just renewed, and the reason for that is I mean, not renewed, I would say rather rising, because the US ramps up trade restrictions and sanctions on China, citing national security concerns. So actually, this is not the best news. Again, that these tensions are renewing or rising, and this is definitely not a great news, not even for the U.S. economy, but for the world economy, because differences between the U.S.-led Western and China-aligned economic blocs threaten global trade cooperation and economic growth. Top official with the International Monetary Fund warned on Tuesday. So this is the first concern. What I think it has definitely an impact on the U.S. market at the moment. And the other one, it's not from the Middle East tensions now. It's the Ukraine-Russia, because the Kremlin just warned of a huge danger if NATO troops are sent to Ukraine. Says it's just watching the West closely. So this escalation is still in the air. I really hope it's not going to happen, but seems like it's rising or renewed again. So these are not a very good news for the US market either, which might are causing a little turbulence and a pullback on the US markets as well, not just on the US market, but as I've seen, even the Chinese market was not the best today. Let me just check it again. The European market, it was last, when I checked it, it was nicely to the green side. But since then, I think especially because of the pre-market moves, it's not doing very well. Still slightly green, especially the DAX as I see. And on the rate side, I've told you it's up. Of course, the DXY is strengthening just a little bit, but over 105 again, 105.58. And the Asia, the whole Asia down was extremely down, especially Nikkei and Hang Seng. And the crypto continues sliding lower as well. As I've told you yesterday, that I'm still expecting a little bit a sell-off on the Bitcoin and the cryptos. This is happening, but now Greg is here. He's going to take over soon, and he's going to speak about the news, what are influencing this crypto slide at the moment. Hi, Lee. Good morning to you. Nice to see you. Hi, Mark. Good morning. Happy Wednesday trading, everyone. So in a nutshell, again, rather geopolitical tensions are moving the market lower, not the US economic news, because we still lack of the US economic news indeed. Tomorrow and especially Friday going to be the first days with some impressive economic news. Of course, on the US side, it's going to be the unemployment claims on Thursday, and Friday a bunch of consumer sentiment, Bauman speaks, inflation expectations, and so on. So it's still ahead, but I just wanted to tell you that Thursday and Friday can be more, uh, let's call it, more important in the economic side. Okay, what else in the news? Well, a bunch of earnings. As you know, it's still very much the earnings season going on, and I must tell you, the majority of the earnings stocks are not doing very well this week so far. We have seen Disney slumping yesterday, and today we will see actually ARM after market close, which, as you know, one of the chip stocks or the semicon stocks can be impacted by this one. Today it's out Uber, Shopify, not a good news on them. What else I've seen here, which can be interesting? Yesterday, after market close, we had some as well, which did not do a very good earnings either. We will just get through the stocks soon. What kind of stocks we have seen, but most of them they just get down except for Reddit. By the way, I told you yesterday to watch the Reddit, and Reddit is just flying, guys. Reddit first quarter was quite good, beat the expectations, and RDDT, not DDT only. So RDDT at the moment it's higher 12%, which looks like a great move over 50, even the $55 is around, and as it is a big mover, I'm going to call it to the long side. Hi, Linda. Good morning to, or good afternoon to you. Nice to see you here. Okay, so I'm just going to start my list quickly because I don't want to forget already to the long side. But as I mentioned, not too many made a big move higher. Twilio just fell, Rivian fell, Uber is just slid 7%. So actually, not a really good news. Especially Shopify was not the best either. Arista Networks is a second possible long because it was a good one. But as I told you, most of them did not beat the expectations at all. Okay, just back to the market watch. What are the headlines, especially about the earnings stocks I've seen, and the analysts and actually the um, traders here and there, for example, the Goldman Sachs investment houses are just guessing what's going to happen next week, traders, because next week, as I've told you, this week it's not a very important week in the economic side, but next week is going to be more important indeed. And the reason for that, inflation numbers are going to be released on next Tuesday, as far as I remember. Yes, next Tuesday the PPI number is going to be out, and even Fed Chair Powell testifies. So actually, next week is going to be a big week regarding the inflation numbers, and to see whether the Fed is still going to stay hawkish or dovish, or going to turn back to the hawkish side. So this week, nothing, but next week it's a big happening, especially on Wednesday indeed. Okay, so this Wednesday, or Tuesday, sorry, this Wednesday, as I've told you, not too much. I'm just repeating myself, traders, that I think one of the most important economic news for today is going to be the 10 years bond auction at 1 p.m. It's moving the market, okay? So let's be careful at 10 or 1 p.m. and then we will get the final wholesale inventories as well. Okay, traders, back to the headlines. As I've told you, not too much. Here's the headline in the Market Watch, which I was just talking about the economic news regarding that there are potential shock scenarios around the next week's inflation data, says a Goldman Sachs. So they are already guessing what's going to happen after this Tuesday PPI data. Okay, Intel stock is dropping as well after US revokes export licenses to China. Here is why. So as I've told you, and I'm just repeating myself for the newcomers, that the market is down today, quite big, at least compared to the previous big green days. Reason for that, it's mainly geopolitical events and news, the rising tension again between US and China, and the Ukraine situation doesn't look bad because Putin all eyes on the West, as he told. this doesn't mean anything good, I would say. So that's why the SPY is down 0.30 and the triple Q more than 0.50. On the international news, that's it. I have not seen anything else indeed. But as I've told you, we have many big movers. So please, traders, if you have anything on the radar, just let me know. But before we just move to this Uber, Reddit, Lyft, electronic arts, and so on, please let me know how was your yesterday trading day, because I'm very much eager to know that. And I'm just starting with mine, usually, as I always do. My day was red. Unfortunately, it worked out very nicely until I got caught very badly in the NVDA. I wanted to go for a beautiful intraday breakout. I was too soon and a bit too early to the entry, I must tell you. This was a big mistake. And this just dropped a lot after I've entered. So this caught me badly. On the afternoon, though, I had some winners, not a huge one, but at least something. So the afternoon was green, but it was not enough to get me back to the green side. So actually, I just made a red day yesterday. Not my favorite day for sure, but unfortunately, this is the part of the trading game indeed, as you know. So please, if you want to share your results, I'm more than happy to hear about that. And of course, if you have any questions at all regarding trading, as always, you can take it here in the chat, or I am already in the guidance room, and you know that guidance room is specially dedicated for that questions, the slower pace of trading, kind of beginner trading field. So if you want to continue like that to discuss some questions on your side, then please just join to the guidance room. I'm going to start there at 9:20. Okay. So, and of course, this is a question for the YouTube traders as well. How was your day yesterday? And I hope it was very nice and green, not like mine. And definitely I'm ready to close a nice green day for today. Okay, traders, until you are. Hi, Gokul. Nice to see you. How was your day yesterday? I hope in green, and you did not get caught with this nasty NVDA in the morning. And that was really nasty. Hmm, what can we do? And you know what? Let's just start with NVDA. As I'm just talking about NVDA. Of course, this is just down together with the overall market. Yesterday, it made a small inside day, small red day, and seems like it's slumping farther, especially if it's breaking 890. I think this can go back to this 870, 80 level for sure for today. Hi, DVG. Nice to see you. Apple ate your lunch during lunch. Oh, Goku, sorry to hear that. NVDA was my mojo yesterday. Hi, DVG. Thank you. How was your day yesterday? I hope bright green as always on this little low range market. It was a really, really small range market. Hopefully, I mean, day. Hopefully today it's going to be better. Okay, traders, I'm just going to start with Uber in the meantime until you are typing, because actually the Uber got some earnings, and it's, of course, it's down, not because the very bad earnings, but because of the fact that it was a mixed first quarter results. And unfortunately, this was enough to send the Uber lower on $64. It's still far away from this 200 EMA, so we still have room to go, especially if the market starts to be red. But watch out on this $66 level. If it's going to bounce back, there can be an impressive resistance to the downside. I think if it's breaking the low of the pre-market, it can have a very nice place to go lower. So I'm going to call Uber to the short side. Only for you, Apple as well. You see, traders, I know I'm boring because I'm not trading Apple actually. Just a little tricks and tricks and tips what I'm doing with the Apple. Actually, I'm using Apple as a kind of an index to see when, especially if the market is on a brink to decide to go lower or higher, and I see if I see the Apple breaking higher or lower, then this can be a sign for the market for the next step as well. So I must tell you, this is not true. Since this hassle around the earnings and yesterday the event, since that moment, the Apple is not showing the direction very well. So actually, Apple as a crystal ball is just taking a break, but actually I'm using for that most of the time, and not just Apple. But sometimes I'm doing that with the Bitcoin as well, because the Bitcoin on several days it's correlating with the market. Okay, so sorry for that. Let's just see what the Apple is doing, by the way. I know yesterday it had a very hectic day on the Apple, and I really hated the daily chart because it's just in the middle of this consolidation. It was an inside day. It's just hanging on in the air. Actually, it's in no man's land, and now it's slightly green, but as you can see, it was more to the green side, but since then it's just pulling lower. So I assume if it's going to break, especially this 180, 130s level, or even the pre-market lows, might be going to slump more. You had two losing both reversals on Apple yesterday. Yeah, be careful with the Apple traders. Actually, I know nowadays it was a good stock to trade, but it's not valid only for the Apple. But if I see something to trade in the middle of a consolidation on the daily, especially an inside day, about that, I don't like trading it, because usually I assume that it's going to be hectic and not finding the direction, and it can be very volatile with sudden changes in the direction. So that's why I do not prefer to trade that kind of daily chart as the Apple made it yesterday indeed. So watch out with Apple today as well. Okay, so Uber, it's my first short candidate. Reddit on the long side. Beautiful numbers on the Reddit. LYFT, though, the other ride-hailing company, rose 5% because this was working out much better than the Uber. And LYFT at the moment, it's higher, 4.58%. Looks nice, but my little problem is, again, this inside day effect, which is going to be over if it's breaking 15 or 17 and 50. So LYFT is going to be on my long list. Okay, Electronic Arts is the next one. EA, which is down a lot. Disappointing results is the reason for the EA. It's down like 3.64%. And I have a little concern regarding the volume, because the pre-market volume is not huge, but I love the daily chart. Oh my God, this is just beautiful. Look at that. 250 EMA reversal on the daily, down 125. It just looks like a perfect continuation to the short side. I really like EA to the short side indeed. Twilio is the next one. I've told you more to the short side than to the long side today. Among the earning stocks at least. Twilio down a lot. Software companies showed a disappointing guidance. That's why Twilio is down at the moment. TWLO, sorry. Okay, 5.55%. In this case, the volume is good and I love the daily. So on the Twilio is definitely on my short list for today. Rivian, ugly, 7%, but I must tell you, Rivian, it's already a very low price stock. Yeah, it's 9.58. It just broke $10 again and looks like it might continue lower, but I prefer, you know what, I prefer for today higher price stocks, not this kind of a Rivian, but I'm going to put it to the secondary list. Next one, Toast. Shares of cloud-based restaurant management software company climbed 5%, TOST, and again, good numbers out on the TOST. 4.37, not bad, but this is not a huge mover. You know what? I'm going to put it just to the secondary list. I want to see at least a $1.50 move on the daily basis. Dutch Bros is up 9%. Shares of the coffee chain rose more than 8%, better than expected quarter numbers. That's good. So BROS, kind of okay volume. This is not a bad mover, but not the best either. And it's up $31. Look at that big gap. You know what? I'm wondering whether it can continue. but look at that. It can make beautiful days. So, I'm going to call it to the long side. I love the lower price stocks when they show in the past that they are able to move even higher and broader, like $2, $3 in a day. That would be great on the bros to see as well. AFRM, one of my favorite lower price stock, got a good news on the third quarter uh, numbers because they topped the estimate. So AFRM, it's higher now, 2.66%. I love the daily. I love the pre-market volume. And I love this very nice move on the AFRM. No doubt it's going to be on my long list for today. If you have anything on your radar, please, traders, just let me know in the chat. In the meantime, we have a lot, so I'm just getting a bit hurrying here. TripAdvisor is down. Oh my goodness, that's a lot to the downside because travel stock sank 17%. Company announced its special committee had not found any potential deals with third parties that are in the best interest of shareholders. Doesn't sound very good for the trip, but for me, it's a bit too much. 31% to the downside, and looks like it just cannot stop sinking. Wow, that's ugly on the trip. CRUS, semiconductor stock, beautiful numbers. And my next long candidate, I think, on the CRUS. Also, I'm a bit careful on this one and putting just the secondary list. Pre-market volume only 15,000, which is not enough. And I have three more candidates here. Shopify is the one with a very ugly move to the downside, disgusting numbers. Unfortunately, that's why it's down. Anet is to the long side, ANET. Arista Networks earnings after market close, it was a great one. And Match Group is the last one, which is not nice either. So MTCH, not a great earnings number. So I'm going to put it just to the secondary list. Okay, and I must tell you, this Tesla doesn't look good at all. I'm going to put it to the short side, 3.8% lower on the Tesla. And indeed, NVIDIA doesn't look good either. Also, I'm not going to call it to the short side, but I'm going to be careful with that stock. And I've seen one more in the list, ZI. Yeah, ZI, it's a big mover. Zoom Info, it's down 20%. It's $12. I don't think so. It's going to move lower. DV, it's a huge mover as well to the downside. We have so many ugly stocks to the downside, traders, like more than 20, 30%. And I'm going to keep an eye on the snap because the snap seems like a small profit taking now. It just made a huge gap and followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 green candles. So might this snap can be a profit taking. So I'm going to keep an eye on the snap to the short side. All right, traders. So that's it for me today. Don't forget at 1 p.m. there will be the treasuries bond auction, and at 10 o'clock wholesale inventories, and some FOMC member speakers are coming as well. So stay open for some turbulence on the market, but I don't think so it's going to be a big one. I wish everyone a beautiful green day, and I'm going to continue in the guidance room in like 5 minutes. And now Greg is coming with the news about the cryptos. Greg, all yours. Thank you, trader.
Excellent. So, good morning, traders. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the third trading day of the week. Welcome to another uh, trading day and a fantastic trading day at that. It is Wednesday, a wonderful Wednesday, and we are getting ready for the start of a brand new trading session. So, let's get into it. Let's quickly run through what's going on in the crypto space, and then I'll hand over to Scott, who's going to kickstart your day when it comes to stocks. And just a reminder as well that Aggie will be starting the guidance room at 9:20, as Clifton reminds us, and you can use the link to join her there. So, how are we doing at the start of this Wednesday morning? Well, markets started to see some selling at the open of pre-market or the full open of pre-market, and then we continued onwards, and we're seeing some bids on the dollar as well, and that's affecting crypto slightly. Good morning to you, Vess, and good morning, Seth. Good to see you both, and welcome to the 44 trading room. So let's quickly go through the news so far this week when it comes to crypto, and then we can talk about what's going on in the markets. So Susquehanna International Group, a very large or a giant tech investing group, has invested over $1 billion in Bitcoin ETFs during the first quarter of 2024, according to a 13HR filing with the SEC. And that's pretty much the news that we've gotten, the most important news we've gotten so far when it comes to crypto this week. We're kind of in a bit of a lull. We're seeing price consolidate a lot. It's really just trading off of its pairs, meaning a stronger dollar going against a weaker Bitcoin, and that's causing most of that intraday volatility. We're waiting on the next catalyst to get going and to get involved. In terms of macroeconomic news, Aggie covered that thoroughly in her presentation just now, or her pre-market prep. And the most impactful news we're going to have this week when it comes to possible shifting of crypto is consumer sentiment, and that's scheduled macroeconomic news. That's going to be on Friday at 10 a.m. So far, the markets we've started to the upside, but it's, as you can see yesterday, pretty much a rangy day after we tried to move higher and then failed and came back down. And now we're starting with a gap down. Are we starting to pull back into that range that we saw April, towards the end of April? It could be that with these markets, and you're seeing it on crypto as well. Again, as I always say, follow the money. Where are we going, and how are we, and where is everyone placing risk at the moment? So with crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum starting your session red. Market, as I said before, consolidating when you look at those charts. Limited price action, so we just have to be patient. When you look at the futures um, as well, you're probably going to see that being uh, limited in its movement, and the rest of those linked crypto stocks probably, if you want this limited crypto movement is offset by volatility in coin and the rest of the miners, as well as those stocks continue to trade. Main watches for me, going to keep an eye on those, as well as the as Solana, AVAX, Ripple, Dogecoin, and Matic going into those altcoins, possibly starting to move as well. So let's quickly take a look at crypto-related stocks, so you guys can keep an eye on those. MSTR, Coin, SQ, which announced a deal recently. We have Riot, BTBT, PayPal, Hive, CLSK, and BITO, as well as the ETFs as well. So let's quickly take a look at what's going on, starting with Avalanche. As I said, I usually keep an eye on Avalanche and Solana. Those two tend to lead the altcoin surges. They're now pulling back, and we're seeing that overall lull in the crypto markets. You can see it with Solana as well. We started the week on the front foot after a quiet weekend, but now we're just pulling back. So maybe we start to develop a range here before we get some energy and move to the upside or to the downside when it comes to those two. Then take a look at Bitcoin. Um, Try to break down. We got that reversal higher. Is it time to retest 60K before we find out if buyers really like it there, and then we start to continue higher? If you guys are familiar with technical patterns and formations, this could be setting up for um, a head and shoulders pattern. So just keep an eye on that there, and possibly for a move to the upside if that fake out to the downside holds. And finally, just taking a look at Ethereum as well, holding that 3K pretty well. And maybe this is just that sweet spot for investors at the moment, because you can see we've come down to it and we've tried to break below it, we've tried to break above it. We keep getting drawn back to that. So is it to mean that we might revert to and trade around for the next couple of weeks or so until we get a catalyst to move this thing higher? So as I said, we've got the Fed, digested the Fed. Right now it seems as though we're really just trading around that or digesting their notes, as well as the dollar weakness and strength as persons place their bets. We also have tensions in the Middle East somewhat easing, but they're trying to work on a peace deal that, if that goes through, that could actually spur the market a bit more, as things tend to provide a bit more certainty. So just keeping an eye there, and hopefully we can get something going on. Good morning to you, Linda. Good to see you. So that's it from me, traders. I want to wish you all the best on a wonderful Wednesday morning of trading. Scott's going to come in and kickstart your day when it comes to stocks. So take care. Bye for now. See you soon. Cheers.
Traders, good morning and welcome to the 44 Trading Room. Welcome to a Wednesday midweek hump day, middle of the week. We've got 2 days behind us, 2 days in front of us here before we enter into the weekend. Again, boy, time flies when you're having fun, and I got to tell you, this week has been a blast so far. Monday, 4-0. Yesterday, 5-1. I had the one losing trade on Apple, just couldn't get that thing to go towards the end of the day. As I left for the lunch break here, never came back, just kind of slowly melted down. And that's where we kind of have this market this morning, melting down and not really performing to the upside. We'll see if that changes today or if it's going to be a stock picker's market. If it's a stock picker's market, just like every day, we are here to please, we are here to guide, we are here to make it happen today. Welcome everybody here in the room. Welcome to everybody on YouTube this morning. Our YouTube community continues to grow. We are just blessed to have you here this morning, and thank you so much for joining us each and every day. It's been great. It's been growing, and I know that you all have been enjoying all of the content that we've been giving to you throughout the day and throughout the week. So now, as you find yourself on this Wednesday, good morning to everybody here. How is my sound? I've heard some distortion this morning, maybe, or no? Give me a sound test here. Yep, turn it down. I got you. Static. Yep. Let me go ahead and do that here. Okay. Sound test here, Jonathan. Let me know. Let me know if that's better this morning. Probably not clipping as much as they say. Okay. All right. Yep. Let me know when you get a chance. Perfect. Thank you. And on YouTube, let me know. Ilian, Todd, let me know if that helps you on YouTube this morning. Okay, good morning, everybody here in the room. We'll say good morning individually here in just a little bit as our family continues to grow. Thank you so much. Listen, if you want to come into this room without the delay, without everything that's been happening on YouTube, and then enjoy the training that we're about to have here, that'll be the week after next is when we're going to be starting. And we'll have everybody in here for the first cadence. And that'll be each and every Wednesday. We'll have about a half hour to 45 minutes of screen time here in the room, walking through some trades, walking through some education, and then once a month we'll go ahead and do the training. So that's going to be special, and that's going to be happening here upcoming very shortly. Good morning to all here. Let's talk about these markets. Get you prepared for the day. Get you saddled in and strapped in today for the markets here. Well, start off with the Asian markets in the overnight session. The Nikkei was down 633 points, down 1.63%. Hong Kong Hang Seng down 166, and the Shanghai and China down 19. All three markets down in Asia. All three markets up in Europe. German DAX up 23, FTSE in the UK up 20, and the CAC 40 in Paris up 52. Three markets up, three markets down. It's just Europe versus Asia. And puts us right in the middle, and that's kind of where we're at right now. Dow futures down 43, S&P futures down 19, and the NASDAQ futures down 110. Oil's down 63 cents, continues to crumble, 77.75 per barrel. And if you're in the gold patch this morning, well, you're down $3.20 to 23.21. Silver's down about a penny, almost 2. Copper's down, platinum's down, palladium is down as well. And what's the news out there? Well, Uber out and reporting first quarter results that beat expectations for revenue, but posts a net loss. Shopify plunging, as you see here on the upper right, 18% on weak guidance. And that's where we're at today as we get into the day for this Wednesday. Weekly mortgage refinance demand rose 5% after that dip in mortgage rates. And we are on to the right stocks this morning. I feel very comfortable with what we've got going on today and where we're going to be today with this, with the way that the market is coming in today. So we're on a nice winning streak in the marketplace. Peloton's is still in the news there. That stock hopefully will be bought out by somebody. And then Apple in the news, announcing a fresh crop of the iPad models since October of 22. So a couple of brand new iPad models in the last 2 years where they've had nothing. And then Reddit in the news this morning, skyrocketing. We're going to be hopefully playing that stocks this morning here as we get going. All right, let's say good morning to everybody here in the room. Seth, good morning to you. Linda, good morning. David, good morning to you. Safi, good morning. Jonathan, thank you so much. David Last, good morning. Jonathan, yes, good morning. Scott V, good morning to you. Thank you for listing your picks, Jonathan. We appreciate that. DVG, what's up? Good morning to you. Jay, good morning. Yep. Marshad, good morning to you. Mark, good morning to you. Great to have you here in the room as usual. And great to be with everybody. And good morning to everybody on YouTube this morning. Appreciate you taking the time to be with us and be part of what we do each and every day. Let's talk about some stocks now this morning. We're going to post these here. First stock out of the gate here this morning is going to be the AFRM trade. This is going to be a long, so I'll paint it green. AFRM. RM long this morning, 35.50, 35.50. And second stock this morning, Reddit RDDT over 56. Hopefully this stock sinks a little bit this morning. We'll pick it up because this is going to have some good momentum this morning on this trade. It is my favorite trade of the day, Reddit this morning. Uber under 64. This is going to be a red trade, so this is going to be indicating that we're going to be going short the stock. Uber short this morning under 64. Okay. And then last but not least, ANET this morning over 285. Yeah, 285. I need to check something here. I may have misspoke on this Affirm trade, but let me do this first. ANET. There we go. Hold on one more second here. There we go. ANET this morning long over 284. Yeah, 284. There we go. Now, let me go back and take a look at the news here. I want to make sure that I'm not confusing the two with ANET and Affirm, AFRM. Okay, so here we go. Where are you guys? There we go. Affirm up to 2.7% fiscal third quarter, topped Wall Street's estimates, lost. Okay, so Affirm is good to the upside. I like that. And then ANET. Let's see, where is ANET? Is that Arista? I think. Yeah, Arista Networks. Yep. Okay, I got it here. ANET news this morning here as it goes, jumped 6%, better than expected first quarter. So we've got that going for us here this morning, moving higher. ANET, that'll be one of my primary calls this morning. 15 seconds to go, traders. Let's have an incredible day. Hey, listen, if you're not in this room, for less than a cup of coffee a day, you can be right in here with us. Just go to the website that Clifton's got listed here at 44trading.com. You can find out about us, join, come here, make a subscription, and be part of the greatest trading room on the planet. And if you think I'm kidding, we are absolutely crushing it this week. Okay, watch ANET this morning. I'm going to go to, let me see what the spread is here. Not bad. I'm going to go 282 long here right now. I am long the stock, 281.99, and I am long the stock this morning. Stop loss is going to be 280, and I'm going to be looking for that 279. Yeah, 279 stop, and I'm looking for 284 on ANET here. this morning. So I'm looking for about 5 points here with that 279. We're going to go 278 on the stop loss here as it's starting to come down on this first candle. So again, 278 stop loss, maybe a little bit early here, but again, 284 target here on this stock on ANET this morning. AFRM off to the races here. Let's see if we can get this to go here on ANET before we get stopped out. Yeah, 284 target, 284 target. Okay, coming down. I may come out of this stock real quickly here. Straight down it goes, and I'm going to come back into the stock. I'm just going to hold on to it here. I'm going to hold on to the stock as it starts to sink here. And I'm going to buy more over 280, go full share size here into the trade. 280, I'm going to add to this trade. Got great news. The market's pulling back first candle. Again, you should be watching that on the SPY or on the triple Qs. You've got this first green candle on the SPY now bouncing. See if ANET comes in. I'm long full share size now on ANET. And again, 284 target on ANET. 284 target on ANET. Watch the Uber trade. Also 65 on Uber. I'm going to repost this here. Uber short 65. UBER short at 65 this morning. Again, target's going to be 64, and stop loss will be a little bit above 66 on Uber. AFRM a little bit too much for us right at the beginning here. Watch ANET, again, 284 target here on ANET. Okay, SPY with a green candle up. Come on, ANET. 284, baby. 284. We're looking for 4 points on this opening trade this morning. 4 points. Thank you for subscribing, all of you on YouTube. We appreciate that. Give us that thumbs up if you don't mind this morning. Appreciate that. That positions the channel as I'm starting to learn more now. It's amazing when you run your own business here, what you learn day to day. Yeah, I agree, Todd. I agree. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to make more of a studio out of the trading room here. That's to come. Thank you. Okay, yeah. 284 on ANET, again, is the target. We have really tightened that spread. Okay, short on Uber here. Here we go, traders. Here we go. I didn't get a great fill. Nope, didn't get a great fill, but I'm still thankful here. I'll add under 64. Come on, ANET, you can do this. I love this stock right now. Loving this. There's the 284. Selling into the strength traders. 4 points on the opening trade here on ANET. I stayed and convicted myself in that trade, and I think we've got more. That's a 4-point winning trade to start the day with full share size here. Rock and roll, baby. Okay. That's the way to start things off this morning. Selling into the strength of the move. And now we're going to deal with Uber. Yep, 400 shares left on ANET. We'll see what happens here. Anything under 280, I'll come out of the rest of it. Thank you for your subscriptions on YouTube. Thank you, Spike. Come on, Uber. Under 64, I add in full share size. I am full share size Uber now to the downside. I'll buy to cover around 63.5. 63.5. Boy, ANET is a blessing this morning. What a great move up on ANET. And I'll come out of the rest here in about 30 cents here. I'll be done with the ANET trade. And I'm out of ANET right here at 280. Done. Done with the trade. Now, if it goes lower, we're going to be looking at possibly getting into it here. 63.50 Uber on the target here. 63.50 Uber on the target. I mean, when you get 4 points out of a stock, that is absolutely killing it this morning. Come on, Uber. 63.50 target. 63.50 target. I did read the news on Reddit this morning. I'll reiterate that here this morning on Reddit because the after reading it here, they beat expectations, less of a loss. So I mean, Reddit could be ready to roll as well here this morning. Watching Uber. watching ANET, watching AFRM, RDDT. Got that going as well. Let's go 53 on Reddit here this morning on the upside. RDDT, 53 long. About 25 cents to go. Come on, Uber. Give us a fair shake this morning. AFRM pulling down. Anything under 36, we'll take it through 36 on AFRM. No trade Reddit. Yep, Uber still short. You're welcome, Abraham. All right, beautiful move now on ANET. Look at that, wow. Nice off of that 280. Could see 285 going long here too on the breakout. Watch Reddit. Uber will be stopped out over 66. I'll keep a tight stop on there because I've got full share size trade now on Uber. I want some Reddit, but it's not giving me that signal yet over 53. And Affirm, we'll wait for that under 36. Okay, watch Uber here. AFRM didn't get low enough for us to take it here, but here comes Reddit. 53 entry on RDDT. Go Reddit, go. I am long the stock Reddit, RDDT. I'm going to add to this trade over 54. $53 entry here. Still waiting on Uber. Going to give it a little bit of room here. Come on. Uber's right at our stop loss here. We'll give it a couple more pennies here. Maybe go 66.5. And then I got to come out of this trade. Come on, Reddit. At least give us 54 bucks. Okay, I'm out of the Uber trade with a loss. out of the Uber trade with a loss. So one winner, one loser here, and out all shares. That one hurt a little bit here on the Uber trade. I was full share size into that trade, and Uber has made me cough up some money back to the kitty here this morning. Still in the Reddit trade here at 53. AFRM didn't give us much to go on here. I went ahead and looked at AFRM. I wanted it below 36. Didn't get there. Didn't take the trade. Come on. Okay, Reddit stop loss will be 51. Yep, not full share size yet on Reddit. Would love to be, but not there yet. PLTR sinking. SPY red candle. We're still red for the day. In fact, the markets right now, as we speak, just coming back from the open. Dow's down 27, 28 points. S&P down 15. NASDAQ down 82, improving a little bit here. Only stock I'm in right now is Reddit. And I think what I'm going to do, the ANET trade over 285, I will post this, and this will be a small share size trade to start. And ET long over 285. Now, this is an upside breakout formation. I love the way that this looks. There's the 285 right there. If we get through there on ANET, I will take this trade, and we'll be long the stock, ANET. I just think we were a little bit too early on Uber. We'll see. Okay, here comes the ANET trade. And 285, the spread has gotten tighter, which is good. Patrick, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Thank you so many people for subscribing on YouTube. It's really boosting the channel. Really enjoy that. Here comes the ANET trade. Again, ANET, I am long the stock right here. At the 284.99, I just came in right ahead of 285. So hopefully we get it. Small share size to start. We're going to add to this trade as we get through 286, get over today's high, and start to move forward. $287.50 or 287 target on ANET to the upside. We'll see if we can get through this 285. SPY looking better, starting to move higher. Uber looking just as ugly. Come on, ANET. 287 target, 287 target. Come on. ANET target again, 287, 287. Okay, now we're going to post the AFRM trade here. AFRM 2, AFRM 36 long, AF. Okay, 36 on AFRM. I'll post it right here. AFRM long at 36. Target on AFRM will be right at the VWAP line, 36.60, about 60 cents out of the trade. Still in the Reddit trade, still an ANET trade. Let's watch. Hopefully all of these come to fruition now. Okay, watch AFRM again. That move now lower. This is going to be an opportunity, I think, with the good news in the marketplace. AFRM, I think we've got an opportunity now to come into this trade, AFRM, and make some good money on this. Okay, so let's just see. I'm going to enter it full share size here at 36. Watch ANET again. ANET 287 target. 287 target on ANET. $36.60 AFRM, 36.60 AFRM. Here comes our ANET trade. Again, 287 on ANET, 287 on ANET. Reddit even coming along now. Come on, baby. All three of these need to cash. I'm 1-1 today. One winner, one loser. AFRM not helping. Again, make sure you're watching the overall market right now too. Need some help there. Come on, just waiting on a friend now. Let's go. AFRM not doing it. In fact, that breakout to the downside, the 3440 will come out with a loss. 3440. Come on, ANET. Here we go. $287 target. We're sneaking up to it right now. Here we go. About 50 cents to go. 287 target ANET. Going to drop some off and then take the rest with us long. 19 cents. There it goes. Oh, missed it. Come on, one more time. 287. 287. Here we go. 4 cents to go. Pop it. Pop it. There we go. 287. Wow. Full point there. 287.99. I am out. Woo! Okay, traders. Nice, nice move on ANET. Nice pop out over the top here. Again, reason I like this trade is it's a topside breakout with a stock that's got very good momentum and very good news for the day on ANET here. We're going to keep a couple hundred shares here. Full-time target 290. AFRM not helping us right now at all. That's ugly right now, AFRM. Come on, baby. I get so excited over the winners and the losers just rip my heart out here. Remember, 36 entry on AFRM. Uber's starting to track down lower as well. Still holding on to AFRM. I'm gonna let another 100 shares go on ANET, ANET. Just 100 to go now on ANET. Yeah, I am too, Mish. I need that Reddit over the VWAP line here. We're right at decision time on AFRM. Do we hold on to it, or do we take it out and let it roll under 34? Yeah, AFRM still down here, still onto the trade. Anything under 285 on ANET, I will come out of the rest of the trade. 285 on ANET, still in the Reddit trade. AFRM. Taking the money while we can here. Taking the money while we can. I think AFRM holds up here. Traders, I will be right back. Just Okay, I'm out of the Affirm trade, AFRM. I'm out of the Affirm trade with a loss. 2 winners, 2 losers now. Now we got to dig in a little bit here. Reddit's starting to come up a little bit more. Still red, but not, I mean, still green, but not as green as what I want it to be, obviously. AFRM, I'll be going back in at 35 here, and 35 is a simple trade here over yesterday's close with a stock that's got good earnings. Look at ANET. Okay, I'm out of ANET here. Last 100 shares, boom, out. Listen, we took ANET here for almost 5 points to the upside. 4 points on the last 100 shares on ANET. Again, those of you that haven't been trading with us for very long, if you were to come into the market and you were to tell me, hey, Scott, you know what? You can make, if you follow me or if you do this or do that, you can make a dollar or a point every trade. A point every trade. I would be so excited. But when you get into this room and you're able to trade stocks that move 4 points, now, again, not every stock does, and we don't do it every day, but this is a prime example of stocks that really move, that we really nailed on ANET, and I'm just proud of that trade. I'm not as proud as Affirm, AFRM, but I think the stock comes back up. I don't see, the pullback could be selling on the news, selling on the earnings, but we'll see. Yep, out of all the ANET trade right now. I think we can simplify this, a couple of these trades. We'll take the ANET and put it where shop is. I don't think we're going to see much out of shop today. So we'll put it there. We'll put shop here. We'll take shop off, put it up here. 4 monitor layout is what I see, is what I have, 2/2. Boy, good thing we came out of AFRM. Look at that. Yep, the SPY. Match, MTCH, possibility on the short side. Yeah, if we get into the AFRM trade at 35, we're going to be looking at 36, right below that VWAP line, right below the VWAP line. Okay, come on. Look at AFRM. That's why you have to have a stop loss, right? I mean, because if you were to tell me AFRM was going to sell off like this, I would have never believed you. Thank you. So many people subscribing to our channel on YouTube this morning. Roger, thank you so much. Mish, everybody there enjoying the channel for free. And we'll have more to come on that. Again, if you're in this room without the delay, we appreciate you. You could subscribe into the 44 Trading Room and go right to the website here and enjoy the calls each and every day right on time and the training that we're going to have upcoming. We appreciate you and everybody that has joined. That's growing each and every day. I'm real pleased with the channel, real pleased with how everything is rolling now. And we've got a great opportunity here to build a community, a private trading community each and every day. So if you're on the fence, remember, less than a cup of Java every day, you could be in this room, okay? So again, you don't have to have the Starbucks. Save the Starbucks for later. Do it at home and subscribe to the room. Go to 44trading.com and hit the subscribe button there, and you'll be able to pay and stick with us each and every month. You got an option to do it for a year as well. Okay. Enough of the sales. Let's keep rolling here, though. Looks like no trade on AFRM. Now you're going to look here at the sell-off from yesterday, which is over in here. So we could get down to that this spike candle here from yesterday's close, down to that 3240, 3250. Roger, thank you for joining YouTube today. Amir Barak, good afternoon to you. Great to see you here this morning. DVG, what are you trading here this morning? You looking at Tesla? Yeah, all that I'm in right now is the Reddit trade, RDDT. Yep. Waiting on AFRM. Interesting. Yeah, I mean it's right at the bottom. I don't know if you'll see a bounce on this stock, really. Take a look at Netflix here, NFLX. Yeah. Yeah, pull back towards the VWAP would be nice. Reddit here going to come out here in a couple more pennies. I'll do 50-50 on Reddit. Again, I'm out of the Reddit trade with a loss. RDDT. 2 winners, 3 losers. Still green. Reddit was small share size here. And I am flat. I don't have a trade on right now, and I'll be looking for the next trade if we have one. Again, we're on the right stocks. We've got the volatility in the stock market here. The SPY, if you're looking at the overall index right now, we've climbed up this kind of V-bottom recovery here, kind of petered out at that 516 area, 516.60, 50, and we've pulled back down. Now, do we make a run here? And this is where you have to watch. You want to come into the market at that 516.70. When we start to cross that, you'll see these stocks light up to go higher. Yeah, I'm out of Reddit, Richard, with a loss. Yes. Look at AFRM. Look at Reddit, just absolutely sinking here with decent news on the stock. And uber horrible news, and it starts to go higher. Go figure. Uber, in my opinion, Uber is still the short. It can't get out of its own way here at the top. It's not breaking out, so to speak. Uber a little bit sustaining to the downside here. Again, the AFRM trade at the bottom, Reddit at the bottom. We're going to bring the SPY in here so that the SPY can actually give us an idea of where we're going. We seem to be stalled. Somebody was talking about it earlier, and the way that it looks right now is we've kind of come up on the SPY off the bottom, spiked, kind of came down. That 516.70. If we can surpass that, then you can start to get long some of these stocks that we've been watching this morning. But until then, we're kind of in no man's land. So just be careful. You want to have the index on your side as well as the particular stock. I don't want to take a chance here on Reddit. You could, with very limited downside, take it right here at 50-50. I think I'm going to try to nibble on this stock, maybe a little bit of a revenge trade, but I'm going to try it right here at 50-50. Just kind of come in, casually buy a few hundred shares, and then see if we can add to it with a $50 stop loss, okay? So I'm going to come in here right now, RDDT at 50-50, and with a 50-cent stop loss. Riskier trade, but the risk is off really under 50 here. We'll take it up towards 52. So again, small share size price here at 50, at 50-50 with a 50-cent stop loss under $50. Now, if it breaks $50, we won't touch it for the rest of the day. You can make a case that it comes up over 50. You could take it. But a little bit of a risky trade here at 50-50, but you know what? I think we should be good. Yeah, limited downside here, I think, is the key. Yeah, it's a risky trade on Reddit. Long trade at 50 cents here, and we're going for at least 52, right below that VWAP line. Stop loss is pretty easy, under 50. Under 50. Seth, take care of yourself. Well, I had a good day to start, and then I've given it back, so we'll see. Still green, but just barely. Yeah, I don't think so. Just continue to watch the SPY. Like I said, the SPY is going to tell us where we need to be this morning. If we get a breakout towards the gap fill, then terrific. If